All right. What's going on, everybody? Welcome on back to the Cinema Lords podcast. This is going to be our Daredevil premiere, the first 2 episode recap. I am here with my boy Moose. Moose, what's going on, pal?
It's happening. A little annoyed today, but that's all right. We'll keep battling through. This daylight saving time thing is just the stupidest thing of all time.
Yeah, that did throw me through a bit of a loop because I didn't text you until last night, and I said noon to you, and I didn't for a second even account for the time change. So when I woke up this morning, I saw it was like almost 10. I was like, yo.
There's like no notification of it anywhere.
Yeah.
Like we had people over last night, and so Robbie and Amanda was like, all right, kids, we got to go. Like, we got, wherever to go in the morning. Don't forget, the clock's like losing an hour of sleep. And I just went, what? What? Whatever this is at, like longer sun later in the day, just keep this.
Yeah, there's I know Arizona doesn't. I think there's a couple. I think there might be one or two others. Maybe it's just Arizona. No,
Life's hard enough as it is.
Yeah, I don't know. I just don't get the point of it.
Yeah.
I mean, I get the point of it, but just like you said, just give me the longer day. It's fine.
Yeah.
So yeah, like I said, we're gonna be talking about the Daredevil premiere, the first 2 episodes. We're gonna be breaking down this show. It's 9 episodes. We're gonna break it down into parts of 2. So we're here today. We're gonna be back after episode 4. We'll do 3 and 4 together. 5 and 6 come out on the same day.
I did see that. Yeah. I knew there were a couple episodes. So they did back to back.
So we'll do. I'd imagine it's just like they go like really hand in hand together, and rather than just do like a 2-hour episode, they just broke it down into 2 parts.
Yeah,
would be what I have to assume.
Yeah, because that's not far from that's not like Thunderbolts territory, right? Like maybe they did it to.
No, I don't know. Well, let's see. Episode is coming on the 11th, which is 2 days from now. So then it'll be 11, 19, 26. Third, there will be one or two.
Yeah, so that's not till May, right?
Yeah, no. So it'll be a ways off still. So yeah, like I said, we'll do 5 and 6 together. Then we'll do 7 and 8, and then we'll do 9 and kind of like a whole show recap. So that's how we're gonna do this. We have a lot. We're gonna be back again. We're gonna be talking the mid-season of Yellow Jackets and White Lotus.
Excited for that.
Yep. We'll be back at the end of those shows for like the final recaps. Last of Us is in April.
Yeah, another teaser just dropped yesterday or today?
It was a trailer. It was yesterday. Oh yeah. The trailer was fucking good too, man. The trailer looked really, really good. Actually, we just started rewatching the first season again the other night. That show's fucking awesome. We watched the first 2. Hopefully gonna watch I love the episode 3 with Bill and Frank. That'll be hopefully what I watch later on tonight. But then we'll have Last of Us. Then, even though I wasn't crazy about the first season, obviously it had a lot of good stuff to it. The second season of Andor looks a lot better than the first season.
Yeah, I love the trailer that they got going on.
Yeah,
a lot more action packed.
Exactly.
Like, the song is
everything just seems like it's going to be a little bit faster paced. The less set up. We already kind of got everything established, so now we can kind of get running. So that'll be coming. I think that's May.
Please get running.
Yeah, please. Please.
Take a light jog.
That one's May, I want to say. Then
probably around May the 4th, right?
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah, and then like June is the Riri Williams show that I'm excited for, Ironheart. Then I think like July or August is Peacemaker 2. It's a crazy
That's
year
already
for
July.
Yeah, I think it's July.
July's stacked.
Yeah, it's like a crazy.
July is absolutely stacked this year. Nice.
And we got fucking Stranger Things still waiting to be announced.
Yeah, and you just named shows, let alone.
Oh yeah, it's just
Thunderbolts and
Peacemaker's August. Sorry, August. Still, either way. So we'll have, like I said, Riri Williams show I'm excited for. I think that's Ironheart. That's going to be June, I'm pretty sure. Then you'll have Peacemaker in August. They're still waiting on the release date for Stranger Things. The new Game of Thrones, Night of the Seven Kingdoms, is this summer.
This summer?
That's this summer. Yeah. Yeah, they set it up. So now for Night of the Seven Kingdoms is like it's a much smaller book. It's almost like not a series of short stories. I think it's like 3 shorter stories following this like very, very tall knight, Sir Duncan. And then Egg is one of the young Targaryens. I think it might be the one from The Wall. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
I think it could be him or maybe one of his brothers or something like that. But he's like his squire. So it's going to be, So it's going to be, I think it's supposed to be 3 seasons, I want to say.
Wow.
And then I think that House of the Dragon is supposed to be 5. So I think it's kind of supposed to go like every other summer for the next, say, 6 years, I think. Which is cool. Like, I'm all in. It's going to be two very, like, different kinds of... Like, the Duncan and Egg show, I think, is going to be kind of almost, like, more, like... Almost, like, more playful. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It'll be, like... Right. It'll be less, like, dirty than, say, Game of Thrones and House of the Dragon is. So that'll be cool. Like I said, this whole year is loaded. We're gonna be doing a fucking bunch of TV content, and then you sprinkle in the movies and shit too. It's gonna be a busy fucking year.
Nice to see John Cena take on his character in real life by turning heel.
Yeah, for real. Can you just move that mouse just a tad so we can see the? There you go. Perfect. Thank you. All right, so let's get into Daredevil, Born Again. Did 3 seasons on Netflix. Which did you watch any of those?
I did not. I was actually going to ask you
if
you did for some like connections.
I watched the first season, and it was kind of like, honestly, we just kind of talked about it. In a way, to me, it was like sort of like Andor. Like when the show's good, it's good. Like when it's going and it's fucking moving, like it's really, really great. But then there are also times where I'm just like, I feel like it's just dragging wicked hard. And my biggest things were definitely like the side characters, like the Foggy and the freaking what's her name? Is it not Karen? Is it? Maybe it is Karen. I can't think of the girl's name.
Yeah.
But the two of them, like, they did nothing for me, and they're like a huge part of the show. The Kingpin does absolutely nothing for me, which I'm gonna
sounds about right.
be doubling and tripling and quadrupling down on that take today. I've already said it a bunch of times, but man, oh man, do I just fucking hate the Kingpin in the show.
Are you getting to like Point of No Return?
Oh yeah, I know. I mean, unless like
are you at Point of No Return?
No, like if they do what they're supposed to do and have this guy fucking, I don't know, fall into a tub of electric eels, shout out fucking, and he just becomes like fucking a massive fucking oversized like steroided up. Yeah, then like I'm in for it. But fucking this guy is.
So this I would say this season then is Point of No Return.
Yeah, I think so. He's like, I just don't get it. Like I'm like, I see him and I'm like, that is a above average sized human being.
Yeah, and it took this long to address it too.
Yeah,
like they were like, oh, like you look like you have like you're sick and you haven't eaten.
That the lighter footsteps too. Yeah. He says that when they talk in the diner and shit. But it's like I don't get, like I see it. And I'm just like, this guy is like, he's like 6'4". Yeah, he's like 6'4", like 240, something like that. And I'm like, that's like 4 inches bigger than me and like 40 pounds heavier than me.
Yeah,
I was like, that's
He's a very average-looking guy. For
yeah. That's like close to like what Los or Calaf.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like, what the fuck? It's just crazy to me. And like he's supposed to be this like overwhelmingly like intimidating figure that can literally like fight with Spider-Man and Daredevil and the other Defenders, whoever it may be.
You should be like his suit buttons are like holding on for dear life.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
About to explode.
Like fucking in like the cartoons, he was always like fucking doing like the bear hug and shit like that. I'm like, how is this guy supposed to bear hug and like bone crush another like full grown size man? Like I don't buy it.
That needs a steak
for real. He needs a super soldier serum. He needs fucking He's a fat man serum. He needs fucking all of it.
What if the opposite of Captain America's soldier?
Yeah, exactly.
He just completely loses himself.
All right, so let's get into episode 1. Oh yeah, so like I said, I watched the first season, but like it was good, but I was like, it's too much that I don't care about. Like it just wasn't doing enough for me. And I know like season 2 is when the Punisher came in and shit, so I probably should have stuck with it because the 2 Punisher seasons on Netflix I did watch. Those were fire. Yeah. The John Bernthal Punisher.
So to me, that's like the opposite of this episode. Like first 15 minutes are awesome nonstop action.
Yeah.
And then the rest of it was, I don't want to say don't care about.
It slowed down.
It was a big time slow down.
Oh yeah. Big time. Because the opening was fucking crazy. Say like 10, 15 minutes or so. We get the first look at the Daredevil suit, which was cool. We get our first fight sequence, which was like why the show like really like got all of the love that it got on Netflix is because of these awesomely well done fight scenes where it's like just watching a room or watching a hallway and it's this long, choreographed fight. But you see him fighting Bullseye.
Yeah. So that was okay.
Yeah.
Bullseye, right?
He doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
He fucking anything he could fucking find to throw, he was just like not even while like he was fighting and he was just like still looking to fuck up other people. Yeah. He was like throwing pool balls at civilians and shit.
Yeah.
when they're in the
taking knives out of himself and throwing.
Yeah. That cop there, the retired one, Cherry, who we see like more of. I think at one point he just picks up just like a glass, like basically like a vase or like a really big glass, and he's over in the corner and he's just like. Fuck you. You know what I mean? There's two pool balls where he's like literally like fighting Daredevil and just like picks up a pool ball, huzzes it at a person, hits him, picks up another one, huzzes it at him.
That was awesome.
And like right after this is when they go to the courtroom. It's like 1 year later they go to the courtroom, and I'm not sure if all 11 are from the bar, but he gets trialed on set 11 counts of murder.
Yeah.
So I was like, if that's all from that scene, I was like, he killed Foggy and then 10 other random civilians.
With like just random blunt objects.
Yeah, exactly. Not even just with like fucking knives. That was awesome though. Like Daredevil just being fucking.
Yeah. Fighting like up the stairs and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. Fucking awesome choreographed. And then we get to the top of the building was cool too for two different reasons. I thought the way that they did Foggy's death with like him listening to the heartbeats.
Yeah.
That was cool.
Yeah. So I had some notes from that second episode. But the way that they enhance his hearing is awesome.
Yeah.
And it's not like I feel like in Echo, they didn't enhance, like, she didn't have enhanced, like, sight because she was deaf. You know what I mean? So, like, the way that they do it now with the enhanced hearing, and like I said, I had notes from the second episode, but it was awesome. And it's some of them are the same thing, like heartbeats, footsteps, whatever it is. And, like, he's picking up the pace of footsteps to know that it's the person that he's looking for. And it was really cool the way that they kept enhancing his hearing. Yeah,
the footsteps in episode 2 was cool, and it was like but the Foggy, when you hear him hearing the heartbeats, and then you also hear it's got to be Karen, right? Because I was about to say it again. You can hear her like kind of like stay with me at the same exact time, and I was like, I thought that was really like just really well done. Yeah, I liked it all. I thought it was really good. It is Karen. Let's go.
Nice. She looks like a Karen.
Yeah, and then the other thing was we kind of get it ended up not happening, but Daredevil kind of put his no-kill rule aside and fucking tossed Bullseye fucking right off that building.
Yeah,
and I was like, wow, I was like, because even then I was like, this show is obviously like very violent. But I was like, oh shit, like
right. Yeah. So going back to Foggy, was Foggy? He was a prominent like season-long character. Okay, when this happened,
he's probably in every single episode he's definitely in every episode of season 1. But I know he's the same thing.
Probably carried on. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, when that happened, then the people that ran through that Netflix series must have been mouth agape. Like holy shit. Really?
Even I was surprised, even only like watching one season. But like you follow the things too, so it's like. Leading up to this show, it's like you see like leaked photos of the three of them like on set together. So like and it says like Foggy's returning and Karen's returning. So it's like that even if you haven't seen the show, like these are like you said prominent characters. They're people that like people want to see again.
Right.
And then all of a sudden for you to be like, all right, say like you haven't seen any of the episodes. Like, all right, let me see what this guy's about, and he's fucking dead in fucking 15 minutes. Yeah, that was pretty wild. But like I said, I really I wasn't mad about it. If anything, I was like, all right, that's a cool way to set the tone for this show. But I was just like, that's a guy from like he was a fine character, but he's just like, he's fine. Like,
no, like sweat off your brow if he dies in the first 15 minutes.
No, if anything, I was like, it might lead to a little bit less like lawyer courtroom shit, and like I'm cool with that. Like I'm fine with that.
Yeah, I don't need a secondary story of Matt Murdock and Foggy's.
Yeah,
friendship, and
that's a big part of Daredevil. Yeah. Is like the three of them, their law office that they start, the clients they take on and shit. And like I don't know, they like do a good job, and it's like I get it, it's like different, it's a courtroom thing. But I'm not gonna lie, like it's very like buttoned up. Like even though they have the white tiger in like the second episode, it still feels like very like I don't know, like real, I guess. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like I almost like the ones in She-Hulk were very clearly like ridiculous. So like those I at least like I laughed at and shit.
Guy was so ruthless in the courtroom too. Them reading off just 11 charges.
Yeah.
Like
the Hawk.
No expression whatsoever.
But yeah, like it's good stuff. I don't know. It's the kind of stuff that it drags a little bit for me. And people aren't I'm just gonna keep saying it. Which actually, for a while, I was like, I'm in the minority, and I was like, I get that I'm not the one that gets it. I've now turned tide on that. Like, I've turned tide. It's not me. It's all of you. I don't care if it's 90% of the audience. You guys are all, you guys are fucking dumb. Yeah. Like, you guys are just fucking stupid. And like, I don't like his talk too. Like, I'm so sick of it too. I'm like, dude, just talk. Like, just speak. Project your voice.
Yeah, he's supposed to have like a, I don't know how to describe it. But
Vanessa.
Yeah, but it's supposed to be more like voluminous. Like I don't know what the right word is, but he just sounds like he has throat cancer.
Yeah. Yes.
You know what I mean? Like,
yes.
He just sounds like a worn down throat cancer, or has a fucking lump in his throat that he can't get rid of. Has a tickle in his throat.
Permanent strep.
Yeah, right. Yeah, like whatever it is. And it was a lot worse. I feel like Echo. It wasn't that much of an issue. Like it sound. I think they made more of an effort to make him sound more
normal. Yeah,
normal. But maybe it's because again, like he's coming out of the hospital now, so they want him to look and sound worn down.
Yeah,
and not there yet. But
I also don't get I don't know if it was just because in Hawkeye he was you could tell he was noticeably bigger. Like they were trying to go for more of the Kingpin, how he's normally portrayed. And then we see him again in Echo, and I thought he was kind of the same. I still thought we were projecting in the right direction, and now he looks fucking slim as ever.
Yeah, and Echo was more with him fighting and stuff. He looked like a bitch.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? Like he couldn't handle, somebody like Echo 1-on-1. But physically, he looked good.
He looks. I guess it's because he went to jail, but he looks bigger.
He looks cool.
Yeah, he looks especially in Hawkeye, he just looks wider. He looks thicker. He looks like a bigger fucking person.
The one on the right, too, broad ass shoulders too.
Yeah, and now I get it. He was in jail and shit, but he's as thin as possibly can get. And he just and it's he doesn't Dion Florio doesn't have a naturally big build. You know what I'm saying? He's not a fucking thick, wide human being.
Yeah, he's not the mountain.
Yeah, exactly right. Or R.I.P. in Peace. What is it? Michael Clark Duncan, who played it in the fucking the Ben Affleck one.
Right.
At least he's fucking huge. He was fucking shredded. His arms were ginormous, and it was all right.
We're not asking for that.
No, but I'm saying
to hit the gym and beef up. But
at least I see that, even if it wasn't the same portrayal as say the one I'm asking for. What's the big blah blah? At least that I see that guy. I'm oh yeah, he could rip your fucking head off and fucking bouncing around a desk.
And now I wonder too if once he does in this season, beef up a little bit more, it's not going to be as much, but you'll compare it to how frail he is right now.
Yeah, it'll help.
You know what I mean? So they'll look at it and be like, oh, wow, yeah, he beefed up. And, the end result is still going to be, it's not going to be enough. I can already tell.
Just fucking do something. It's the MCU. I'll be able to look by it. I'm not sure if everybody could, but just do something. Like I said, just do something standard. Have him fall when this. I just watched Spider-Man No Way Home. Yeah, and it's Jamie Foxx and what is it, Sandman talking. He's like, I fell into this and I fell into that. He's like, gotta watch me fall.
Yeah, right.
It's fucking. Oh man, that movie's awesome. That movie's fucking awesome.
Go to McDonald's.
The only last thing actually to take from that opening scene before I forget is that that cop, the retiring one, Cherry, he finds out that Matt is Daredevil, and then they're obviously going to start working together because we see a lot of him in the rest of episode 1 and a big part of episode 2.
Yeah, working as Matt too, and not Daredevil.
Right.
It's not like a Batman and Commissioner Gordon kind of deal.
Yep. Good call. Nope, you're right. Let's see. So we're gonna do a 1-year time jump. We're gonna see Kingpin's wife, Vanessa. She's holding basically a meeting of the 5 families, all the rival gangs and shit like that, doing business. And Kingpin walks in, and this was kind of the first. This is the first time we see him in this season, and he walks in, and he's supposed to be this. Everyone looks over oh shit, fucking the king, and it's then you see him, and again it's the same thing. It's just he's a fucking slightly above sized dude. I do not get all the fear that I was supposed to have for this guy.
I know what's funny too is that so to me this whole thing had Penguin vibes of the Maronis and the South, them all being in the same room.
Definitely.
And then somebody frail little Sophia walks in, and it's more intimidating than somebody like Kingpin.
No doubt. Oh yeah. When
same thing. Everybody's standing up oh shit. But
yes. She's crazy. She'll fuck us
little
up.
150-pound Sophia.
Yeah.
Looked more intimidating than Kingpin.
You're absolutely right. That's a great call. There are actually some similar vibes between those two shows, actually, Penguin and this Daredevil show. Yeah. Penguin's got a little bit more going on, at least through the first 2 episodes, at least.
Well, weight. Penguin had more weight, too.
True. Good. Touche. Penguin looking more like Kingpin than Kingpin.
Colin Farrell. They made Colin Farrell look like
we find out that he is, in fact, running for mayor because that was hinted at the very end of Echo, right? That's how Echo ended. Yeah, that's how Echo ended. We get introduced to Michael Gandolfini, James Gandolfini's son. He's working on Kingpin's campaign. Reminded me of like either a young Donald Trump or fucking maybe his son, Barron Trump. Yeah.
He did.
He had that like, I don't know, just that like that vibe to him, like the fucking energy, like the fucking. I was ready for him to like he was talking about a social media presence and shit like that. Like that just reminded me of like a Trump thing to do. I guess I don't know why.
I think Kingpin likes him too.
Oh, definitely.
Like listens to what I get throughout both episodes.
Oh, I definitely think so for sure. Because he like in the second one, he apologizes for that girl asking him a question about his wife, and Kingpin's like, kind of don't worry about it.
Yep.
And in this first scene, he's basically just like talking for say like 30 or 45 seconds, and then Kingpin's like, I like this guy's enthusiasm.
Yeah, right.
Like,
and
stick
if he has
around,
a big
kid.
social media following, that's how he's gonna win the people over.
Yeah.
At this point,
Yep.
Good asset to have.
So then we get to Matt and Kingpin. Matt shows up, asks for basically like a sit down. They go over to a little diner. And Matt hints at basically the Kingpin losing weight, which we already said too. The your footsteps sound lighter thing. And I'm just like, dude, he's blind. Everybody, yeah. Imagine if he was just like, hey, you're kind of small to be the Kingpin. I would have been like,
you can't see it. He's still like, man, like you gotta beef up a little bit.
he like grabs his arms.
Yeah. Ooh. But I did like this scene though. It was very good tension between the two.
The tension was good.
And it was like, I'm going to do my thing for now. I'll let you do your thing for now. But if you go back to your old bullshit, I'm getting involved and
we're
having problems.
Yeah. And they were both kind of sort of on the same page, I would say. Kind of. It would be like, Matt, stay in your own lane. If you don't, Daredevil comes out. If Daredevil comes out, there's a zero tolerance poly versus, vigilantism. So just fucking stay in your lane, Kingpin, and everyone's going to be happy-go-lucky. Right. Which obviously is never going to happen.
Sure, right.
But
it's just a matter of who does it first.
Yeah, no shit. We find out Fisk does win. He's becoming the new mayor. And then we kind of end the episode with the little rooftop scene with him and Vanessa. And he says, I know about Adam, which I'm assuming if he says it like that, we're going to maybe know more about who Adam is.
Yeah.
I'm sure he'll like probably come up in the show, I'd imagine.
Yeah.
And she just basically, promised me you won't kill him. And Kingpin agrees, which I'm sure that's probably not going to go the right way either.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, if he has somebody else kill him, isn't that kind of like, okay, like I didn't kill him, like you know what I mean? Yeah,
right.
You go around the obstacle.
Yeah.
And then we got another new love interest for Matt Murdock. Matt Murdock, man, blind or not, this man gets around because he had like,
I have an interest, and then we didn't.
He had like 2 or 3. He was with Karen for a while in the Daredevil series. He had another girlfriend in the Daredevil series. He already banged She-Hulk. Now he's with friggin' this Dr. Glenn girl. So the man gets around. He's got a lot of friggin' a lot of love interest.
Karen too, like Karen goes away because he's not coming back as Daredevil. Like just because call him a pussy.
Basically.
She loves a man in a suit.
Basically.
She has like the horn, right? The horn fragment.
Yes.
That's what she gets.
Yeah. Yep. Because like that's how he like drops the mask.
Yeah.
On the building after he throws Bullseye down.
Yeah.
Which was cool too. It goes right into the right into the credits from there. That was cool too, as he like dropped the mask.
Yeah.
That was cool.
Very close comparisons to I felt like this first episode more than the second one, but very close comparisons to Batman. Like, cop working with, like I said, not necessarily Batman, but
definitely
ego of
similarities.
him. The hero having some conflictions about, like somebody that's close to him dies, so now he's having conflictions about being that hero, working with the police. So I felt a lot of like the Five Families thing that brought a lot of Penguin stuff. So I feel like there were a lot of comparisons to Batman in the first episode.
Definitely, absolutely. I think
he had the no kill, same
no kill thing, which was interesting too. When he's in the diner with Fisk basically says we've tried to kill each other several times. He's like, no, never tried to kill, tried to like imprison or whatever. And Kingpin clear, like I think he then hints at it, but he's like, I wonder if your darker side would agree because like we all know that he threw fucking Bullseye off the top of that building. So it's like, bro, your no kill policy, what were you thinking there? Did you know he was going to survive being fucking thrown off the top of a 2-story building or whatever the fuck? But I thought the first episode was good. I liked the first episode a lot more than I liked the second episode, but I thought this was a good start. I definitely felt like it was a good way. Like they did a good job of taking a show that you could tell was more grounded and starting to slightly MCU-fy it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
A little tiny bit.
Yeah. They suck you in the first 15 minutes.
Big time.
And then they
opening sequence was unbelievable.
Yeah,
that first 15.
The way to do it.
Yeah, it was
like
really
the first 15 minutes was the best thing of all 2 episodes.
Without a doubt.
I liked episode 2 as a whole more, but give me the first 15 minutes of episode 1 over all of them.
Yeah, I would definitely agree that was the best. Whatever, 10, 15-minute run of these 2, basically 2 hours of television.
Yep.
Episode 2, which you just said you liked more than episode 1.
I did, yeah. Okay. It might be recency bias because I did watch it this morning and took notes. So
okay.
There could be some recency bias to it, but as a whole, overall, I liked it better.
Okay. Another good intro.
Yes.
Another really intense and strong. Yeah.
Good with some awesome fight scenes every intro.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. And then we got this one. We got a good one to end it too. So we got a nice little bookend to bookend, like good, intense like fight sequence basically. But it opens up. We see this guy is getting mugged down in the subway by these 2 other dudes. Another guy shows up and he basically puts his foot down. He says, "Hey, leave that guy alone," kind of a thing. And next thing you know, those 2 guys turn their attention to him. And now it's a new 2-on-1 fight. But this guy clearly knows how to handle himself. The guy that was getting mugged runs off. And what is it?
Dick move.
Oh, yeah. Total. You
get somebody to come and even the odds for you, and you run away.
Yeah.
Come on.
He came to save you, you know what I mean? And you're just going to fucking bail on him. That's fucked
He's
up.
like, what did I do? I didn't think you were going to run away. He's just getting 2-on-1. Like,
fucking,
damn,
no shit.
This to be a 2-on-2.
At least, like, even if you can't, like, do much damage, at least you'll, like, be a distraction for me to fight this guy 1-on-1. You know what I mean? And then once I take him down, then I can come back over here.
He's like this. Do something, dude.
Running in circles.
Yeah. Behind the pillars. Just do something, dude.
But basically the 2 guys that he's fighting off, they like trip over one another, and one of them falls in front of the subway and just gets whacked. And I don't know about, like, it was the kind of thing where, like, you see the subway and you kind of, like, in the back of your head, you're like, all right, somebody's probably going to fall into this thing.
In front of a train.
Bro, when that happened, I was like, oh!
Yeah, right, yeah.
Oh! Oh, shit. They did a good job, too, with, like, the blood. Like, a little bit of blood goes across his face. And so I was like, ugh.
Yeah.
But, that guy got smoked. It was really good. And then the guy that survives, the other one that didn't trip in front of the bus, pulls out a badge and a gun. It turns out he's fucking NYPD.
Once he gets 1-on-1.
Yeah.
Once the odds even out.
Yeah.
He pulls out the badge. What a prick.
Right away, though, we see some fucking very sketchy police, which we knew was going to kind of be an issue because Kingpin already had, say, like half of the police in his pocket.
Yeah.
Like when he went to jail and shit. So,
Again, same comparisons to Batman.
Yep.
Corrupt police department.
Wicked, right. Yeah. And like if he's back now and he's mayor, they're going to still be like, they're going to have their pockets open back for him. Like, now they can probably be even more help because he's an actual elected official. He's the mayor of the fucking city. Like, that's what the mayor said to do. Yeah. So it's like, so you have to imagine he's probably one of those Kingpin guys. Here's another example though. Let's keep on going with the tiny Kingpin man. We see him. He's sitting at his new desk in his new office as mayor, and he looks like any dude that you have ever seen sit behind any desk.
He looks like whatever the mayor of New York is right now.
Yeah, exactly. Just looks like a fucking dude in a chair. And I was even thinking, I was like, he doesn't even look like he's like too big for the chair. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right.
Like, like you can see like the little corners of his chair. I'm like, dude, this.
Yeah, not even broad shoulders.
No, I just like I don't get it. And then it's not like it's like this thing where it's like 50-50. Every fucking dummy likes this fucking casting. It's like, oh my god, when he's on screen, he fucking. And that's the other thing. When he's like on screen, if he's not on screen with Matt Murdock, I'm like checked out. That's what I'm like, almost like just like looking at my phone real quick.
His wife and all that. The wife's an interesting story.
Couldn't care less. Yeah. Probably doesn't help that they both talk like fucking assholes. Yeah. Like maybe if you guys just conversed, talked like normal human beings, I'd be more interested. But it's like, Vanessa, Adam, don't have him killed. I fucking hate him. Wouldn't it
be cooler too to like, if in between whatever the timeline is, echo into this, like from him being sick, he beefed up. Versus now we got to see him progressively beef up throughout. I would assume progressively see him beef up throughout this series. Like it would have been cool to have like the first time you see him in this, you're like, oh wow, he was in the hospital, he was sick and all that.
Shit.
And whatever he did when he got out,
this ain't Netflix Kingpin. This is MCU Kingpin. Right.
And then they can talk about how the opposite of you got lighter because of your footsteps. Would have been like, oh wow, like whatever
like
you
the
did.
Fucking
after
diner
you got out of the
fucking
hospital.
shakes with every fucking footstep, dude. Fucking.
It's like the D-Rex in the new Jurassic Park.
Yeah, dude. Like when fucking like Kingpin should be like kind of like in the same vein, just like fatter. He should be Bane.
Yeah,
he should be Bane, but like fatter,
right?
And not like as like a little bit less muscle and a little bit more fat.
Yeah,
and like that's how he should be.
And like Nolan's Bane, like we don't need him from what was it, fucking Batman and Robin. Like we don't need him pressing a. Remember, like
with the suit, you're saying,
like,
yeah.
I don't need that, but
I wouldn't mind the size though.
Yes,
don't need the mask and shit because he had like the fucking tube mask. Remember that too? And no, don't need all of that. But fucking, just like size.
Yeah.
I want to feel physically fucking intimidated by this guy.
Right.
Like if I don't feel physically intimidated by him, how like I don't understand how Daredevil is or Spider-Man is or the Punisher is. They did get a Spider-Man like little name drop.
I had that as a note too. Yeah, during his speech he says, where is it here? Like the Easter egg, he says like we don't need somebody to have a skull on their chest. We don't need. I think it was like whatever, dressed as a spider.
Yeah.
To to represent the city or something like that.
The cop at the end of the episode when he's like roughing up Daredevil like in that last fight scene, he's got like the Punisher logo like tattooed on that fucking thing.
Right.
That I was like I didn't get. I was very curious about that.
So maybe he's having like former. I don't know if you could really do this, but former inmates turn cops. You know what I mean? To make it easily corruptible.
Yeah. Just like
I don't know how you cover that up, but.
Well, if you're the mayor, I'm sure you can probably do pretty much fucking anything.
You can figure that out on your own time, however you do it. But
yeah, I know they're doing
a prison record or whatever.
Yeah. I know they're doing a Punisher Disney Plus special, which I'm very excited about. Because I already love Punisher. John Bernthal's Punisher is fucking awesome, and the Disney specials I think have been fucking great. Like Werewolf by Night was fucking awesome. The Christmas special was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
I think that they're like the
one-offs or smaller series.
Yeah, like a fucking like a 1 hour or 1 hour and 20-minute fucking.
What was the one I saw today too? The Hawkeye one.
Like for the second season.
Is that a whole season? I don't know.
I think
that was like a one-off thing.
It was they pitched a second season.
Yeah.
Which I think I've already talked about that show a lot. I fucking loved Hawkeye. I've seen it like 4 times. Every holiday season since it's come out, I've watched it. So however many years it's been, I've watched it like 4 times, whatever. It's such an easy watch. It's fun, and it's Christmas time. Like it's
good characters coming in.
Yeah, like I thought it was. I thought I was gonna hate that show. Like I thought I didn't buy Amy
Seinfeld.
That was one of
those expectations down here ended up being up.
Yeah, and now I love her. Like I can't wait to get more Kate Bishop.
Yeah.
Like I expect like fucking. I loved that was like, the only thing about the Marvels that I liked was the end scene with her and Kamala Khan, and I was like,
getting the young Marvels together.
I was like, I'm here for that team up for sure. I'm here. Actually, you know what? I'm here for that team up, and I'm here for Riri Williams. Get her involved too. That's another one.
Oh sure.
Get the three of them in there. Oh, I love her. She's a little gangster. She's from Boston too. I loved that.
Yeah.
And I know in her series they said that they're supposed to go into like a lot of Tony Stark, like Iron Man, like basically she's like a super fan of his, so like there's gonna be kind of there's gonna be like some basically like pulling from like his tech ideas and his like research and that kind of shit. Yeah, that'll be cool. Especially with obviously we're gonna be getting fucking Robert Downey Jr. back as Dr. Doom in the near future, so that'll be cool to kind of explore a little bit more of the Tony Stark version before.
Yeah, and who knows if they keep dropping still frames and all that like they did.
Oh, the concept art?
They got a mole inside Marvel.
Oh
I don't know
shit.
I don't know who, but there's a mole inside Marvel, and they better track it down quick.
I heard that they've been slapping some people with fucking like basically like pull downs on like online for certain shit. So. Which they're not. That's not usually like how Marvel operates. Like usually they kind of let it free will, but because of like that leak and a couple of other ones, like Feige's obviously fucking cutting back on.
People
shit.
gonna be pulling their pants down, walking into the building through security.
No shit.
Where's the wire? Where's the wire, motherfucker?
All right. So we saw him sitting at the desk. Let's see here. We find out that Matt's gonna defend the guy who fought off the 2 cops, who now is up for the murder of a cop.
Yep. Another note I had for this, another thing that we were going back to, like this interrogation scene was awesome because he's talking to him and at the same time he's hearing his heartbeat pump up.
Yes.
Like
tell if he's lying
his
and
arteries
shit.
are pumping up, and he's like, "What are you not telling?
Yeah.
What are you not telling me?"
That was very cool. Yeah, that was.
And you would think too, it's so awesome because whether you're a lawyer or like even poker players and stuff, like they go off of sight tells. You know what I mean? Like if you're doing that and as a
Can't
lawyer,
see shit.
you can tell by people's reactions if they're lying or not.
Right.
But he's doing it off of the heartbeat, and like that's really cool.
That is. No, you're right. That was a good call. They do a good job of using his hearing and like making it seem like not like a superpower, but similar to that, like a really hyped up ability.
But what was really like a small, really stupid thing about that scene was at the end, the guy goes, "Wait, are you blind?"
Yeah.
Dude,
did you finish Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man?
No.
Oh man, have you seen the episode with him?
No, I don't think so.
I think it's my favorite. Like I think it's like my favorite scene in the series. But basically, there's a scene where Spider-Man gets called to like check out a break-in kind of a thing, and it's Daredevil.
Yeah.
And they have like a say like a 60-second, 90-second fight scene, but it's so friggin' good because Spider-Man obviously doesn't know that he's blind.
Yeah.
So like he keeps like at one part he's like I'm sure he goes, "This is sticky," and he goes, "Yeah, I shoot webs. I'm a spider. Like, can't you see that? That's kind of my thing." And he goes, it's kind of just hinting like, no, like not really, you know what I mean? And then he's like, Spider-Man says something else, and he's like, not from my perspective at least. And there's like these little hints at him being like blind and shit, but obviously you can tell that like Peter is like young and trying to do the right thing, and he's like talking to him through, and he's like, hey, like I know, he says that, he's like, I know you're smart, like young, I know you're trying to do good, but he's like, Osborn, like he can't be trusted, like you're getting played basically. But it's a wicked good fucking scene.
The costume is one thing. Like, how can you not tell this guy's blind?
Yeah.
The interrogation room. You didn't
True.
You didn't see his walking stick in the corner.
For sure.
The guy's wearing glasses inside.
The cop literally had to like walk him into the fucking room. You gotta watch that series. I've already I'm lucky too because fucking Riley loves it, so I'm already almost done with it the second time. I've already watched it through almost. It's very fun. It's a good show. And the ending is the ending's really good.
Isn't it?
Yeah, the ending's really good. It's the show's like a little bit more like in depth than you would think an animated series would
even
be,
from
you know what I'm
the
saying?
first couple episodes I watched, I got that vibe.
It's really good. If you guys haven't seen it either, check it out. It's fucking damn good. 10 episodes, really easy to watch. It's great. Okay, most of my notes are about how Kingpin stinks. We're going to go to the funeral for the cop that died, that got hit by the subway, and the Kingpin is going to talk to this police commissioner.
That was definitely this point where I wrote that note down.
What?
The why is Kingpin getting pushed around every fucking show.
So, fucking, this police commissioner, basically, Fisk, I know who you are, I'm not buying your shit. But, like, again, I went and Googled it right away because as I'm, like, looking at it, you can tell that the camera's slightly panned upwards like that. And the cop's in front. So it looks, because he's in the back, it makes him look a little bit, not a little bit, but he looks taller. I went and looked. He's 1 inch shorter than Dion Fario. 1 inch. 6'3" and 6'4". And I'm like, of course this guy's not intimidated by you. He's the same fucking size as you, and he's just a police commissioner. He's not supposed to be this big bad. Oh, man. Fucking I just remember this. Shout out to fucking Robbie Fox and Clem in my mom's basement. Love the podcast. Listen to it all the time. Robbie compared like Kingpin and how he wants him to be used as Loki in like the first run up to Avengers. I was like, are you? And then like afterwards, how they kind of keep him around as like a side big bad, like he's just on the side of say like Ultron, and he's on the side of Thanos, and whoever else. And, like he's like good, he's like always there, but he's like kind of off to the side while there's like these bigger villains. I'm like, dude, the God of Mischief, the man who controlled the Tesseract, like one of the Infinity Stones, who fought against like the Avengers single-handedly by himself. Yeah. We're going to compare him to this guy. This 6'4", 240-pound whispering motherfucker. Yeah. Are you joking?
If we're going to do that, then we got to get going making this guy look good then.
Something.
Like imagine him on the side of like Dr. Doom.
Eventually. What a fucking joke,
like,
dude.
What is that guy doing?
What a dude, this guy, like even like bad villains, I do not believe like he can even hold their water.
Yeah.
Like Taskmaster would fucking annihilate this guy.
Yeah.
Ghost from Ant-Man and the Wasp would fuck this guy up.
Yeah.
I don't know anybody that's losing a fight to Kingpin
he just lost to
in the
Echo.
MCU. He lost to Kate Bishop. Kate Bishop had been a superhero for 60 seconds. For 60 fucking seconds. Yeah. And Kate Bishop gets the fucking better of him and fucking blows him up with a couple of trick outs.
Yeah. We run out of time to make this guy look intimidating. Not even look intimidating, be intimidating.
No shit.
I guess towards the end, and we'll get into it, that was the first kind of hint of like him having somewhat intimidation.
What, when he had like the picture of the cheesesteak?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like, that's not what to me, that's not what like the Kingpin is supposed, like he's supposed to do that too. Like he's supposed to be the mayor and smart.
Like how Kingpin did that.
Exactly,
like,
right.
Wow, who knows what he's going to do, like what he could do with that information.
Right. Right now, they just make him seem like he looks like he's just like a mastermind. Like he's just outsmarting and outthinking people. Like he outthunk his way and became mayor. So now he's got all this power. Now he's using his ability to, use blackmail,
so did Loki,
corruption, and all that shit.
He didn't outthink everybody as much as Loki did.
No, like it's fucking crazy, dude. Crazy. But anyway, yeah. Police commissioner not afraid of this guy fucking at all. We find out that the guy from the subway that Matt is defending, the guy that's on trial basically, is the White Tiger, who I don't really know anything about prior to this show, but his outfit looked kind of cool.
Yeah, he looked like a White Tiger.
He did. The chain was fucking. I was like, oh shit,
yeah.
Gotta get some swag to him.
Yeah.
We also found out that I think Matt said he was like a 15-year like military veteran or something like that. He did like tours overseas and then something else too after he got back. It was like you said, it was a staple of the community, and then there was something else that I thought was in regards to him being able to hold his own. It wasn't a cop, obviously. Maybe I'm wrong.
So is it like same comparisons to the older guy from Captain America?
What?
Kind of same. Like who's the older guy from Captain America? The older
black guy. Not Bradley. Is Bradley his last name?
Yeah, my last name might be Bradley.
Fuck, I can't think of his full name. Yeah, no, and I know. Now I know who you're talking about, though. Dude, yeah, I can't. Do you see that clip I obviously sent in the group chat the other day when I was like, this clip alone makes this movie better than a 4.6.
Yeah,
that scene was.
I think
sick.
It was just the patience level of Marvel is what. Like I said, the
Isaiah Bradley, yeah.
How you guys described it was like sometimes you have to hit a single. Like yes, this was a single, but when you're down 6-0 in the bottom of the 8th inning, a single's cute, but a single's not gonna. Single's not gonna get it going.
You can't get 6 runs with one swing of the bat.
A single's not gonna get it going.
You can't. You got to get guys on base.
That's an opposite field single, a bloop in a right field single.
See, that's actually been the problem in my opinion. That's the problem with Marvel lately, is that it's like either a fucking strikeout or like a fucking solo home run.
Yeah, there's no.
We gotta get the line moving. We gotta get 1 through 9 all starting to heat up. Yeah. The OPS has got to get moving.
If this era like takes off and like all the movies are good, this will go back to like, hey, remember that leadoff walk that started the whole round?
Yeah, exactly. The point, they'll be like, all right, Captain America fucking started. That was the turn of the ship.
Yeah.
Which like I've rewatched Deadpool and Wolverine. Like that movie's like, it's fine. Like it's fine.
Slight disappointment.
The more that was the third time I'd watched it, and I liked it less than I did the second time, and I liked it the second time less than I liked it the first time.
Slight disappointment.
And it's just like when you watch it now, I feel like it really has like no tie-in. Really, it feels like to the rest of the MCU. Like it feels like a very self-standing story. Unless
like the multiverse blows up and. Gambit comes in and Elektra comes in.
Like that, I'd be shocked. I'd be shocked if we saw fucking Channing Tatum's Gambit again. I'd be shocked.
They did tease it.
Anything's possible.
They teased it at the end.
Yeah. I mean, who knows? I mean, that's what's going to be fucking Secret Wars and all that shit. So maybe he'll be back in it for fucking 10 seconds. It could be 20 seconds. Maybe he's in it for 10 minutes. Who knows? I would be surprised, though.
What was I going to say? So really quick note I had before we go further. So the... whoever his is called press secretary or whatever comes in and says we have these political meetings and stuff. Mm-hmm. He looks like it that he's he doesn't want it, kick the can down the road.
Yep.
But then they're traveling and there's that big pothole in the middle of the thing. He gets right out. He gets a crew together, fixes pothole. So it seems like
the guy even says we're waiting for approval. I'm the mayor, motherfucker. Approved. Yeah. Exactly.
So it's he knows those meetings and stuff are kind of grab ass, not going to get anything done right away.
It's the people.
Yeah, so I think now he he wants to get the common man on his side. So he comes out, rallies the troops, hey, fix this pothole right now. So I thought that was kind of cool.
Win the crowd,
he wants to appease
win
the
your
people.
freedom.
Yeah, he wants to appease the people more than he does any elected officials. It was always also weird that she said that we could potentially lose votes. He just came into office. Like what electoral what is he gonna lose vote wise?
I assume that meant just like support basically because I did notice that. Cause I kind of had that same thought. I was like, vote. Yeah, I had that same thought.
Like what vote in 4 years from now?
Yeah, exactly. Like we just won and we're already focused on let's worry about what we can do right now before we start worrying about fucking another election in however many years. Although actually no, is mayor a yearly electoral position? I have no idea.
Yeah.
I have no clue. Regardless, him and Vanessa, they're gonna go to couples therapy, and of course, small world, they're gonna be seeing Matt's new girlfriend, Dr. Glenn. She's gonna be their therapist. So that's obviously going to turn into something. But again, same thing. Like, he's just sitting in the corner of the couch, and I'm like, he just looks like a shorter Jeremy Piven in Entourage.
He should take up 2/3 of the couch. Like,
his
wife should have to be, like,
exactly
squished into the corner of the couch. Or, like, have her own, like cuck chair or something on the side. Just because he takes up so much of the couch. They should not be sharing a couch. And be comfortable sharing a couch.
I know, he's not even gonna. I just said Jeremy Piven. He won't even storm out of that office at any point as cool as Jeremy Piven did. He won't even match that level of anger. It's just like wife number 1 in therapist number 7 or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Good day.
You're all just a number.
Oh shit! It's been like I think like 3 years since I've done Entourage, so I think that's gonna probably be getting. That's a good like. As the spring rolls in, like spring summer show, yeah, it's a good thing to watch. And Holly has
day after like day drinking or something, you just settle in, put some Entourage on.
Yeah, it's like because the episodes are short too. It's like I like
you plow through it, 25 minutes, just rip through them.
Like say like it's a summer day and I'm like getting ready to like go to the pool. Say like I'm getting ready to go to my mom's house. Like you toss that on. They're at the beach. Yeah, exactly. It's gonna be a good day.
Yes.
They're smoking weed. Like I'm gonna smoke some weed. They're drinking. I'm going to drink. They're at the pool. I'm at the pool, man.
It's good. I agree. Good summer vibes.
All right. Let's see here. Now we get to the end sequence. We get to this ending. This ending was really really good. Matt is going to follow using his hearing abilities, like you said, with the footstep thing. Very cool. He's going to follow the
seconds too is awesome.
Yeah,
it's we had 20 seconds. They're here now. Sorry, we gotta go.
10 seconds. Yeah, 20 seconds. 10 seconds. That was really good. He's going to follow the cop, the one that survived the subway fight, and the cop is trying to track down the man who was able to escape from the subway, which Matt has been doing the entire episode using Cherry with basically no success until now when he's followed this cop. Gets to the apartment just before them. He's like, hey, guy, get the fuck out of here. Go to the park. My guy's going to meet you there. Escapes just in time. 2 cops come in, and they start fucking giving Matt a real good beatdown, kind of fucking him up. And then they pull a gun on him, and that was just a little bit too far. And fucking Daredevil comes out, and he just fucked their shit up. And like that, like it looked like one of those guys died, no? Like the one
he threw a guy face first into the concrete and he landed.
And his neck went like
head first on concrete.
Yeah, and I saw that. I was like,
And the other guy too was really gross. The other guy, he does kind of the same thing and throws him on the ground. Yeah. But this guy, I don't know if he braced his arm or whatever. He puts his arm down.
Yes, his
arm fucking snapped that way. I was like, oh god, that's disgusting.
Yep.
But the guy who went face first has to be dead.
That's what I was thinking.
That guy got fucked up.
That fucking neck, like there was so much like. I don't think your head can go that way.
The brute force of him throwing him face first onto the concrete ground.
That's what like dude like that. That's the scenes though. Like that whole the whole follow through the city, like into the fight. Like that's what I'm talking about when I say like when this show's like going, it's amazing. Like it's a really great show. Right. But then I feel like there's that whole like, and the beginning was really good, and then there's like this whole part in the fucking middle, bro. I was just like I said, it's not often, but the
problem is that the middle was Kingpin.
Yeah,
that's the center. That's the center of your whole thing. The center
keeps coming back to that. Yeah. The only Kingpin scene that I enjoyed was when he was sitting in the diner with Matt. Otherwise, every other scene I was like, I don't care, and frankly, I'm kind of bored.
Yeah.
Which is something I never want to be when I'm watching a fucking MCU show.
Right. And what was weird, too, is then another note I had. He sits down with that girl BB.
Oh yes, yeah.
It talks about like,
a ton of her, like not a ton of her character on screen, but her doing these reports. They showed like 3 times in both episodes.
Yeah.
So what the
it's
fuck?
It's just a typical New Yorker. Yeah, I'm tired of tired of hiding and all that. But she talks about how like one main thing that he can't do is lose the cops. Like you have to gain the cops' trust. And then at the end, he's threatening the police commission. Does the complete opposite of what she's asking for.
Yeah, it's true. It's a good point. Who knows what would have happened though if that guy just walks out with wants half the police force? Yeah, like, that would have turned the city up and like right up on its head.
Right,
and then that would be bad because like we kind of said, he's very reliant on being the man of the people. Like so, you can't allow half the city basically to be mugged and fucking whatever else,
right?
Robbed, murdered, beaten.
I think he wants to appease the people like by having them physically see that he's appealing to the people. You know what I mean? Like with the pothole scene.
Yes.
Like he wants to be out there and show it that way, but behind the scenes, he's like, I don't care.
Still Kingpin.
Yeah, right. But I'll appeal to the masses, out in the public and whatever it is.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's why he was able to blackmail that guy. But that was interesting, though, what the cop said as he like was walking out. He's like, yeah, all right, fine, I'll stay. But he's like, be careful what you wish for, kind of hinting at like, even though if he's staying, he still has kind of an ability or a way to hurt Kingpin.
But even that, going back to what you're saying, be careful what you wish for. If you're Kingpin, like, wouldn't you want Kingpin to be like, what the fuck did you just say?
You know what? I was going to keep you alive, but now eat the desk.
Right. I'm going to rip you in half. Yeah. Like, excuse me? Like,
I wanted to go about this the easy way.
You're gonna
You just chose the hard way.
Yeah, right. The guy, whoever it is, locks the door, doesn't let the guy out, and then he just beats him to a pulp.
Yeah.
Like, what? The last thing is that you're going to threaten me on the way out the door?
I'm
Kingpin, dude. I'll rip you in half.
There was one scene I talked about it. I don't remember where, but I was watching the first season of Daredevil, and there's a scene where Kingpin takes this guy who basically kind of does the same thing, disrespects him, and he puts his head inside of the cab door and just starts like slamming the fucking cab door like 50 times on this dude's head to kind of. It's supposed to show like, hey, like this is how like crazy he is and the brute violence and all of that shit. What I saw though was after like the 8th time of him slamming the door, he's him going. He's gassed. Just fucking like fat bastard walking up 10 flights of fucking stairs, dude. Just fucking all red in the face, fucking pouring sweat, just fucking gassed out, bro. And I'm like, dude, you slammed that door hard, but you did it like 8 times, dude. Like, good job.
I kill you, but I'm tired.
Yeah, like for real. And I remember seeing like that scene and being like, this is what everybody like loves about this. And I'm like, I just do not fucking buy it, man. I don't buy it. Yeah. So I don't know how they're gonna go about it. I don't know if they're gonna go about it in a MCU superhero type of way. But they've already said that he's going to be a lot bigger by the time that this show ends, or this first season ends.
And that's how little that the police commissioner takes him seriously, where he shows him how he can threaten him.
Yeah,
with this kid. I don't know if that's his wife, like mistress, whatever it is. Like
it could be a mistress because it says the kid that no one's supposed to know about. That's a good idea. I didn't even think of that.
He threatens him to that level, and this guy still takes Kingpin so unserious that he goes, "You're gonna wish you didn't do that."
That's a good call. That's true, actually. Yeah, even after he just threatened his family, he's still like, "All right, bro, I can still get the best of you." Yeah, that's a good call. That's a good call.
Said hopefully that's D'Angelo's. Hopefully that was a large number 9 or whatever, large steak and cheese, whatever that was.
I don't think it was like D'Angelo's, like our D'Angelo's. I think it might have just been Angelo's. Because another thing that I was watching something else, and they were saying how it was like a shout out to a place like I think in Jersey or something like that.
Yeah, because D'Angelo's they can't afford that sponsorship.
That's a good point. Prussia King Prussia Mall, Delisandro's.
Oh, maybe that's what it was.
Yeah. Delisandro's.
Yeah, Delisandro's.
Yeah. No, it sounds right. It sounds right.
He's one of the Papa John's / D'Angelo's.
Honestly, I think that's what I heard too. The only reason why I didn't was that might have been in my mom's basement too. Maybe it was either that or one of the girls I watch on YouTube, the new rock stars. It could have been them. Their YouTube channel's good. They have like 4 people that are on it, but I only like 2 of them. But they do a good job. I think that was all the notes I had for these 2 episodes.
Yeah. I mean, going back to the action scenes you were saying, like the action scenes are awesome now. Now, it like the Punisher is going to be involved in action episode, so the action is going to be even better once the Punisher comes in.
Yep.
And we're still looking for whatever that correlation is with the cop. He definitely had the Punisher logo on his arm.
We're definitely going to find out more about that. That's going to be interesting. I liked the idea that he was in jail and fucking like now he's just like on Kingpin's dime. That's actually a cool idea. Kingpin's just like smuggling in guys that he was in jail with that had his back into like the fucking police force.
Yeah,
that's
it. Really is like the hindrance is what I agree with you on. It's just this show is as good as however good they make Kingpin.
Yeah.
However intimidating and good they make Kingpin. The action's there. The action's gonna be there.
Charlie Cox is amazing.
Charlie Cox is awesome.
So good.
Yeah.
He's so good.
Yep.
In both versions. Yeah.
In both.
Yep. Yeah, he's great as Matt. Yeah, he's great as Matt Murdock.
So he's there when the Punisher's gonna come in. That's gonna be awesome. So like, really, the question mark is just how good and intimidating they make Kingpin.
I think there's gonna be other people, like even if it's just for an episode. Like I think seeing Echo is a very realistic possibility at some point in this show. Maybe if it's not in this season, I definitely would think like maybe in season 2. But I wouldn't be surprised if Echo finds a way in here.
I mean, they wouldn't go as far as to drop a Spider-Man.
Right. No, but I could definitely see them doing like another, like kind of like another name drop type of thing. Yeah. In some capacity.
Or like
I could definitely see
Daily
that.
Bugle or something. You know what I mean?
Maybe a Daily Bugle.
Something Spider-Man related. But I wouldn't expect to see like Tom Holland Spider-Man there.
No. Maybe a lot of name drops are possible. Especially, like say like Kate Bishop and Hawkeye, because obviously Kingpin just dealt with them too.
And you don't want to get it too clogged. Like I said, when the Punisher comes in.
Right.
You know what I mean? You don't want to clog it up too much.
Right. Oh, you know who actually is confirmed to be in this fucking season? Actually, the guy from Hawkeye. Like he's kind of almost like the comedic relief. He's dating her, like her Kate Bishop's mom. He's like the swordsman.
Oh yeah, that guy was great.
Yeah, he was awesome. He's like confirmed to be in this show.
Nice. Sure.
I guess he is like. I think he is like a character in the MCU. Like nice. I don't know if his name is like the Swordsman, but it's something like that. Like it's something very on the nose.
I think I do remember that. He is like he has been in Marvel.
Tony Dalton portrays a variation of the character,
awesome.
Renamed Jack Duquesne in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Yeah, no, this guy was cool, and he's supposed to be. I think like he's like confirmed. I'm pretty sure for Daredevil, which I'm all in for. Also, he wasn't like. When they were meeting with the 5 families there, they like make mention of like he's like before you started wearing that tracksuit, which is the tracksuit mafia from Hawkeye. But then they pan to the guy and he's not wearing a tracksuit.
Yeah, right.
I was so confused. I was like, let's see. Boo reprised his role in 2 episodes of Daredevil Born Again.
Nice.
Let's go. Love that. That's sweet. He was fucking great. Yeah, he was really good. I loved that show.
That'd be a good Easter egg for the people.
Yeah, no doubt. Like I wouldn't be surprised if we get, like I said, a couple of those. I could see Echo coming in. I could see like the tracksuit mafia being in it for like 60 seconds somehow. You know what I mean?
Getting mopped.
Yeah. The 2 guys that they always show, like the 2 funny ones. Like I could see them like being in the truck again, just like I don't know. There's a driving scene or something like that, and like at the red light, like watching the chase is like them 2. It just goes to them for like 20 seconds.
Right,
you know what I mean?
Something.
I could see something like that too. But yeah, no, like, they were like good episodes when it was like really going. I thought it was great, but then there were also times where like it dragged, and I'm not usually one when I'm watching stuff to like even think about like looking at my phone, but there were kind of times where I was like, hey, let me just like take a peek at what's going on. Yesterday I was watching it when Kansas was playing Arizona, which I guess is an exception, but I was like, just let me go check the score of the game. Yeah. Problem fucking is though, is we play any team in the country that knows how to guard a big man, we're
they're like, whoa.
completely fucked. We have 2 guys that can score a basketball, and only one of them does it consistently. Zeke Mayo sometimes disappears for games entirely. It's a bad team. Maybe we should fucking do some March Madness stuff at some point, because we're gonna be here watching games. I can just like keep the studio set up. We just pop in randomly to do stuff. Maybe, I don't know. I'll think about that. Cinema Lords do sports. All right. Like I said, show was good.
Cinema courts.
Ooh, branding.
Cinema courts.
Branding. Interested to see what the rest of the show has. We got 7 more episodes. We're gonna be back after 3 and 4. But what are your overall thoughts? You excited for this show? This is your first dose of Daredevil.
I seem to be more excited than you are. I was very impressed by the first 2.
Good.
But like you said, you're talking about those scenes where you're not paying attention or you're on, feel like you have to be on your phone. That's all centered around Kingpin. So
yeah.
This show goes as high as Kingpin goes.
I think that's probably
everything else is there.
Yeah, I think it's definitely true.
They got everything. Now, if they can make Kingpin be a legitimate boss, then it makes it a very good show.
Yep. Oh, I just thought of another one. She-Hulk could definitely be in the show.
Oh, yeah.
She could be in a courtroom scene. You know what I mean? They could be on opposite sides of a case or something like that.
Where he's coming into the court, she's leaving. That was the court hearing before or something.
Yep. That's what the MCU loves to do. So, and that's a good way. Like in a way, that's like a good way to almost like sprinkle him like into the MCU. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah. It's
like here's him interacting with this character. Here's him interacting with this character. So that's a good idea. That would be a good idea. All right. I'm excited to see more of this White Tiger guy. He intrigues me.
Yep.
He intrigues me.
Yep.
Especially because he's like older. That kind of like that.
Yeah.
He seems like he's a an old time superhero.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Without any special powers or anything, just fucking some military combat and fucking training. But
I think Gandolfini's a good.
Yeah,
good guy to look
I thought he was good too. Yeah, very charismatic, high energy.
Yeah,
I thought he was good.
Good guy to have on your side.
Yep. Nope. I liked him. I'd like to see more of his character. I don't know. I'm interested by like the people that don't do much for me are honestly like a couple. Like Karen, if we don't see Karen anymore, which we're gonna, but I was like, okay, like I don't care.
Yeah, I mean, I'd be more intrigued by him having a relationship with the
Dr. Glenn. Yeah, which I'm sure that's probably going to be a thing because, like I said, she's doing the couples counseling for Kingpin and Vanessa, so she's definitely going to have like a continued role.
Or Kingpin finds out
that she's
dating Matt Murdock.
Can go a lot of ways. He can find out that she's got the Kingpin somehow. I don't know how, but
right. And she's signing. I would assume at the beginning of it was non-disclosures.
Right.
At the beginning, so maybe that's what sets him off.
Yeah, Murdoch's there to like pick her up after fucking work, and he sees Kingpin and Vanessa walking out. Like, there's just so many little ways to do stuff. That's good. Yeah, there's probably something going to be there. I think there has to be. All right. Do you have anything else from these episodes?
No. I think I got everything out on the table.
All right, cool. So we're going to be back, like I said, we'll be back in 2 weeks after episode 4. We'll cover 3 and 4. For those that like other shit too, we're going to be back in like 2 days. So this is probably going to drop. It's probably going to drop Monday, and then we're recording Tuesday night, Yellow Jackets and White Lotus. So that'll probably be up Wednesday. So busy week for the podcast. Yeah. Busy week.
I'm excited to talk White Lotus.
I'm excited to talk Yellow Jackets.
I got nothing when it comes to White Lotus. Did I say that?
Oh, yeah. I get what you're saying.
I got nothing for predictions.
Tonight. Aside from like Goggins and Amy Lou Wood, I'm not going to lie. I'm kind of like, it's not doing much for me. When they're on screen, I'm like very, very, very into it, especially now that they're dealing with Stifler's mom's like husband from like the last season. Now that they're dealing with him too, it's like this guy is heavily involved in the show.
It's so awesome how everything's correlated.
Yeah. Fucking Yellow Jackets though, like I've watched every episode of this show like when it was airing. You know what I'm saying? Like I've watched week to week since the beginning of the show, and this is by far and away the most like invested I've been in this show.
Yeah, I gotta watch this past week still.
Oh yeah, the last like 3 Fridays I've been like fucking like amped. Like all right, Yellow Jackets is out. Like last weekend when we were in New Hampshire, we didn't because we were out Friday night. And then Saturday, we were busy all fucking day. But like Sunday afternoon, as soon as we had like any free time at all, like we went to breakfast and then we went back to the place. I was like, we got an hour. I was like, let's watch Yellow Jackets. And then this week's was really fucking good too. You know what's funny is I'm getting more and more invested in this show. Like I just need to watch more of it. And I am starting to hate basically every single character in the show more and more. In a good way though?
Or like you detest seeing them on screen?
I don't like that. Like I want to hit them.
So you're not like, oh, all right, well that's good.
like they're driving the show and stuff, and I'm very captivated by it. But it's like all the things that they're doing, like I just want to like.
But it's not the same reaction. Like you're not like, oh fuck, here comes.
No. It's all more like this. Like what is this fucking bitch gonna do now? Like how is she gonna make me hate her in this freaking scene? Way. Yeah, no, it's good. Like fucking the girl that plays young Shannon is very good because I fucking despise that girl so much, dude. I want to fucking just kick her in the head. Oh, she's fucking terrible.
Like, we don't need this.
No, we don't. She's
goddamn negativity.
Awful. Yeah, no shit.
Come on, dude. I'm wearing the same underwear for the last 3 months. I don't need this right now.
Like, leave poor fucking Coach alone, dude. The man's on one leg. He clearly hasn't been eating.
Well, it's revenge for burning down the cabin.
Yeah. Trust me, I can
relate that. I can see the.
I got plenty to say about Coach, that poor bastard. I'm looking forward to talking about that Tuesday. I got to do some grinding because I got to go and like do some notes for like all of those episodes. Like I remember them pretty good, but I know there's like little things that I want to make sure I don't forget to like bring up. So I'm definitely gonna have to at least like skim through those. But yeah, like I said, we'll be doing that Tuesday, so that'll be up Wednesday. A couple of episodes. I'm also talking Mountain Dew. It's I think I'm doing that Tuesday night after we finish. I'm pretty sure.
Ranking them?
We're gonna do like that tier system.
Yeah.
So it's I think it's like, A, B, C, D, E, F kind of a thing basically, and we're just gonna go through like every single flavor. Yeah. So gonna be a busy week as far as podcast goes.
Love it.
All right. Thank you as always for coming on in.
Thanks
we'll talk to you again on Tuesday for Yellow Jackets and White Lotus. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Hope you guys are enjoying Daredevil, and we will talk to you guys in a couple of weeks. As always, happy watching.
See you.